Hello, everyone. I just got this new camera and it looks very blurry. So I don't know if it's blurry or not for your eyes, but I hope it's better than what it looks like for me. Anyway, welcome to Mindset Mondays. I am your flipping queen, and I want you to know that your thoughts can attract good stuff or bad stuff into your life, or neutral stuff. And this is really very, very important to understand how powerful your mind is. I have witnessed this over the years like crazy. A friend of mine, he just as an example, a friend of mine would read the newspaper, and for the rest of their like day, they would be in a pissed off mood. And this would go on for a long time, and I was like, wow, I think there might be something to whatever it is you're reading, because really, like, you're gonna be like unhappy like that. So this is actually something that I've learned along the way, is that what you're feeding your mind is going to show up in the results that you're getting. So what are you looking at? What are you reading? What are you, what are you taking in? What are the thoughts, right, that are formulating in your mind? You're going to be influenced by the things that you listen to, look at, yeah, basically those two things. So, are you looking at violent TV shows? Are you playing violent video games? Are you listening to negative, music? Are you listening? What's the message saying in the what's the message saying in the music you're listening to? Is it talking negatively about people? Is it talking about crime, violence? Yeah, like these are the kind of things that tone, especially the frequency of the music, right? So the frequencies are everything when it comes to using the law of attraction. The highest frequency that I'm aware of is love. And the lowest frequency that I'm aware of is guilt and shame. And there's a book that talks about these things, and that's where I read about it, and the book is called Power versus Force. It's a very good book, actually. And it'll explain to you how to raise your vibration. And that is really how you use the law of attraction. And once you start to understand this and start to practice taking in all the good vibes, those are the things that you're going to start to put out there into the world as well. Okay, because like attracts like. So these are universal laws as I understand them. Like attracts like. How do you get there, right? How do you get from a place where you might be having negative thinking to a place where you are not having negative thinking? And that actually takes effort. Okay, this doesn't happen magically on its own. All right, because what you're in right now are your habits. And these are set up from probably childhood and your experiences as you grew. So these are sometimes very, very difficult for people to recognize and to be aware, self-aware about. And a lot of times people just don't want to hear it. All right, and that means that maybe they're just not ready. They're just not ready yet. to acknowledge it and make a change. But once you do find yourself being that person that the glass is half empty, that's like your first step, right? To changing your mindset. So that's why I talk about instilling really good daily habits. Okay. And one of the habits that I would recommend you do is to change what you're listening to, what you're watching on TV. You know, if you're watching those violent shows, if you're listening to violent music, if you're reading about violence and depressing things, and all these negative things, right? If you're in that realm, that's what you've got to change. And these are habits that are difficult for a lot of people. But I bet that once you change those bad intakes, those negative intakes of information, and actually change it to positive intakes of information, then you can really uplift your soul. And when you do that, you start to feel better about yourself, you start to have better thoughts, and then guess what? You start to attract more positive things into your life. All right, so those are the obvious bad influences. So try and work on changing your habits to having those good ones, okay? I want you all to succeed and do, you know, have the best life you can possibly have. All right, nice to see you here, and thank you for listening. I know this is a short one. Just stop reading the newspaper, please, and stop listening to the news. Okay, that's if you can do, and watching negative movies and stuff. If you can do that, watch comedies and read, you know, personal development books. These are going to uplift your soul. Read, like, you know, and watch like true life stories of people that have succeeded in life. Like, these are amazing, inspirational things. Whether it's a biography or a documentary about, you know, some of the people that have done amazing things in their lives, those are very inspirational. All right. Nice to see you here. Tracy Fines signing off. Talk to you soon. Bye now.